This video contains affiliate links, and I earn a referral fee if you use the services mentioned at no extra cost to you, because they're the best in the industry. Overview of LLC protection in California and comparisons to other states. A limited liability company LLC is a popular business structure in the United States that combines the liability protection of a corporation with the tax flexibility of a partnership. In California, LLCs provide personal liability protection by separating business and personal assets, meaning owners, members, are generally not personally responsible for business debts or lawsuits. This protection is crucial in a litigious state like California, where over half of nationwide Americans with disabilities act lawsuits from 2013 to 2020 were filed, and class action suits are common. However, California's LLC protections are considered less robust compared to some other states. Due to broader creditor rights, such as the ability to obtain charging orders and foreclose on membership interests, key elements of LLC protection in California include personal liability shield. Business debts and legal claims typically cannot touch personal assets, like homes, vehicles, or bank accounts. As long as the corporate veil is not pierced, for example, by commingling funds or fraudulent activity. Asset protection via charging orders. Creditors can secure a charging order which redirects distributions profits owed to a debtor member to the creditor instead. Unlike stricter states, California also allows foreclosure on a member's interest, letting creditors claim ownership of the member's share in the LLC without management rights. This makes asset protection slightly less secure. Before we dive into the video, let me introduce you to Busy, a professional formation service company that specializes in helping you file your LLC or corporation. Busy is an amazing company that simplifies the entire process of creating your LLC. They even offer a service where they'll file your LLC on your behalf, saving you from all the hassle. A full review of Busy is available in the description box below. Uniform treatment. Single-member and multi-member LLCs receive the same level of protection in California, which is not always the case elsewhere. For example, some states like Florida limit protections for single-member LLCs. Veil-piercing risks. If members fail to maintain separation between personal and business affairs, for example, using business funds for personal expenses, courts may pierce the veil and hold members personally liable. California courts apply this rigorously, emphasizing compliance. How California differs from other states' 2026 analysis. California's LLC laws are more creditor-friendly, providing less anonymity and stronger enforcement options compared to asset protection havens like Delaware, Wyoming, or Nevada. For instance, charging order exclusivity in states like Wyoming, Nevada, Alaska, Delaware, and South Dakota. Creditors are often limited to charging orders only, without foreclosure rights, offering stronger shields for single-member LLCs. California allows both. Increasing vulnerability, tax and compliance burdens. California imposes an $800 minimum annual franchise tax regardless of income and potential gross receipts, fees for revenues over $250,000, which is higher than many states. For example, Wyoming has no state income or franchise taxes. Delaware offers no state corporate income tax for out-of-state operations. And greater privacy, no public listing of members. Foreign LLC considerations. If you form an LLC in a protective state like Wyoming, but operate in California, you must register it as a foreign LLC in California, subjecting it to California taxes and laws. This often negates benefits, adding costs and complexity. For California residents, forming locally is usually recommended, unless multi-state operations justify otherwise. S-Corp versus LLC nuances in California. LLCs can elect S-Corp taxation to reduce self-employment taxes on profits above a reasonable salary. But S-Corps face restrictions like a 100 shareholder limit and U.S. residency requirements. Unlike the unlimited flexibility of LLCs, as of 2026, with the Social Security wage base at $176,100, this election can save on the 15.3% federal payroll taxes for higher earners. Latest 2026 analysis shows California's protections remain stable but less competitive for asset-heavy businesses due to high taxes and litigation risks. States like Wyoming lead in privacy and low fees, but for California-based operations, local formation avoids double taxation and compliance pitfalls. Consult an attorney for personalized advice, especially for multi-state setups. Benefits of forming an LLC in California. Despite differences, California LLCs offer strong incentives, especially in a vibrant economy, with 4.2 million small businesses employing nearly half the workforce. Key benefits include pass-through taxation, profits passed to members' personal returns, avoiding double taxation, default sole proprietorship, partnership, can elect S Corp or C Corp, liability protection, shields personal assets from business risks, ideal in California's lawsuit-prone environment. Management flexibility, no required annual meetings or bylaws. Operating agreement customizes operations. Single or multi-member options allow autonomy or collaboration. Ease of formation and support. Straightforward setup with state resources like the California Capital Access Program CalCAP for loans and up to $1.1 billion in U.S. Treasury funding. Hub for venture capital, $90 billion in Bay Area startups in 2024. Drawbacks: high dollar, $800 franchise tax and potential gross receipts tax. Higher personal income taxes than average. If you're serious about your business, you'll want to get an LLC. Busy is one of my go-to platforms for this. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use it, step by step, so you can set up your LLC correctly. First, head to the Busy website and click the big Start My Business button. You'll be asked to select your entity type. You'll see options like LLC, S Corp, C Corp, or a nonprofit. Since you're watching this, you probably want an LLC, so let's select that. Next, choose your state. I'll pick California for this example. Now you'll see their packages: Basic, Standard, and Premium. Honestly, for almost everyone watching, I recommend the Standard plan. I started with the Basic plan once to save a bit of cash, but it just wasn't worth it in the long run. Since then, I've stuck with Standard or Premium. Let me break down why. The Basic plan is technically free. You just pay the state filing fee. Busy will prepare and file your articles of organization and give you a free year of registered agent service. The Standard plan, however, is where the real value is. It includes your EIN business tax number, which you'll need anyway. Plus, you get lifetime compliance alerts, and trust me, those have been a lifesaver for me more than once. If you're considering an S Corp election, Form 2553 is also included. So, let's go with the Standard plan and click Get Started. Now, it's time to enter your company name. I'll just use a sample name here. It shows you how your name will officially appear. For the designator at the end, I suggest choosing LLC without the .sit, just looks cleaner. Click Next. I'll stick with the standard 4-week filing time for this walkthrough. Click Next again. Now enter your contact details, your name, email, and phone number. This information is just for Busy to reach you if needed. Then fill in your contact address and click Next. After that, it's time for your company address. Remember, this address will be public. Busy offers a free month of their virtual address service, which is a great option. If you use your own address, it must be a physical address in Californian, a P.O. box. Then, you can see Premium Service Package. Upgrade for only $99 to receive these 2 premium services up to $330 value. If you want to, then click Get Limited Time Offer. Now Busy asks number of members or owners of LLC. For this video, I give 1. You will give whatever you members do you have. Then click Next. Then Registered Agent Information. Busy offers 1 full year of registered agent service, free for $119 value. I select Assign Busy as my registered agent free for 1 year, and then click Next. Now EIN, Tax Identification Number Information. Busy asks if you are foreign individual or not. I click No, then send identification number randomly. But you have to send correct information for LLC. Then, bottom comes physical street address. Fill up all the click Next. Now, you can see setting up small business banking. Asterisk with Relay. You can apply in a few minutes once your state formation and EIN are complete. If you are interested, then click Next. Now tax strategy, free consultation. For this sack of TIS video I choose, I'm not interested at this time. But this consultation can help you identify important tax deductions. Then click Next. So here it is, Business License Research Package. We've identified 2 licenses for our business in California. If you are interested, then select Yes. Please do the research for me, $99. Please provide the address below, business, purpose, and click Next. Now, total order summary for your LLC. Finally, you'll enter your billing and credit card information. Take a moment to review the order summary and double-check your business name, state, and package. Once you're sure everything is correct, check the confirmation box and click Complete and Pay. And that's it. Creating an LLC really is that simple and only takes a few minutes. Now you know the exact steps to form your California LLC with Busy. California LLC Costs 2026 Guide. Forming and maintaining an LLC in California involves upfront and ongoing fees. In this table, you will see all category items, cost, and details. Like filing articles of organization is cost $70 and details in mandatory to form the LLC, $75 for certified copy. Then name reservation, statement of information, registered agent, operating agreement, DBA, fictitious name, EIN, annual franchise tax amendments, corrections, business licenses, permits, in sidebar the total cost, and details are given. Then add $20 biannual statement, agent fees, and taxes. Late payments lead to penalties or suspension. For foreign LLCs, $70 registration. Now in this section, we are talking about step-by-step process to start a California LLC 2026. Here's the exact sequence from planning to legal launch. Step 1. Choose a unique business name. Must include LLC, LLC, or limited liability company. Must be distinguishable from existing CA business names. You can reserve a name $10 for 60 days. Step 2. Select a registered agent. A registered agent is a person or service with a physical CA address who receives legal mail for your LLC. You can serve as your own agent if eligible or hire. A service, $100, $300. Year. Step 3. File articles of organization. File Form LLC 2-1 with the California Secretary of State. Pay $70 state fee. This creates your LLC as a legal entity. Tips. Online filing is faster than mail. Expedited processing is optional higher fees. Step 4. Create an operating agreement. California encourages LLCs to have an operating agreement. This outlines ownership, member roles, and management rules. It doesn't need to be filed with the state. Critical for internal governance and legal protection. Step 5. Obtain an EIN federal tax ID. Apply for a free EIN at irs.gov. Required for hiring employees, opening bank accounts, and some licenses. Step 6. File initial statement of information. File Form LLC 12 within 90 days of formation. Pay $20 fee. Update this every 2 years thereafter. Step 7. Register for state local licenses. Depending on your business type and location, you may need seller's permit if selling goods. Professional licenses. Local business tax certificates costs vary by county city. Step 8. Pay annual franchise tax. Every California LLC must pay $800 minimum tax each year, regardless of profit, due typically by the 15th day of the 4th month after your LLC starts. For example, if you form in January, due mid-May. Step 9. Maintain compliance. File the statement of information every 2 years. Pay franchise taxes annually. Keep accurate records and renew permits as needed. Failure to comply can lead to penalties or suspension of your LLC. And finally, separate business finances. Open a separate business bank account once your EIN is ready. Keeps your personal and business finances separate. Important for liability, protection, and bookkeeping.